Poppy Playtime is the latest internet horror game thing that's taken the internet by storm. Well, at least did anyway. And because of its 90s VHS aesthetic, I thought, why not play it on an old CRT TV to get that authentic experience? But first, let's get some context to the game. So if you've never played the game before, there's going to be spoilers, obviously, but on the wiki it explains the premise. You play as an ex-employee of a company named Playtime Co. Playtime Co. was once a corporate giant in the toy manufacturing industry. That was until everybody inside one of the main factories went missing. Now, decades later, you return to the factory to investigate these unknown missing cases. And basically the gameplay is a mix between puzzle elements and running away from a monster thing called Huggy Wuggy. Yes, really. You know, for kids. I do prefer this kind of game over something like FNAF, as it's more interactive and explorable, although still very linear. If you're into this kind of game, I'd say it's worth picking up, but do keep in mind this is only chapter 1, so it only lasts up to an hour or so depending on how quickly you play. Now, what's it like on a CRT? Well, as you've seen, it's pretty good actually. The game looks really good as it was designed for this kind of display. The overall image is a bit fuzzy, but on a 13 or 14 inch display, I'm not sure which one, at 600p high settings, it looks fine. Text is basically unreadable though. If the text is big and close enough, then you can read it relatively well, but don't even bother with menus. I was able to see where I needed to go well enough and do all the puzzles / missions fine, although I did have to turn up the brightness a bit. It was pretty fun and meta to watch the VHS tapes on a CRT in a CRT. One thing I really didn't like, and what made this video take so long to make, was these converters. So these are the two I've gone through so far. So this was a cheaper one. So this one I got from my granddad. Didn't have any documentation or anything. The only thing it said on it is that there DC 5 volt. Isn't that obvious? But nowhere does it say you can't plug anything higher than that in, and apparently that destroys them. Now this one, I have absolutely no idea what went wrong with it. I'm guessing it's the same thing, but well, it still lights up, so I thought it'd work, but I guess not. For some reason, if you plug anything other than the included power cable, they catch on fire. I'm being serious here, or at least one of them did. The other one had the LED light on, but no display or audio, no matter what cable or device I plugged into it. I had to go and buy a new one, even though I had two on hand. So keep that in mind if you want to do this yourself. They may even just break on you for no apparent reason. So that's the video. All in all, it is a pretty decent experience that I'd recommend you give a try. But the game is pretty short, and the converters die if you look at them funny. So I wouldn't use this kind of setup regularly. I have other CRT videos here if you want to go and watch them next. See ya.